Hi everyone, my name's Jess and I'm 17. I am not performing very well at school. When it comes to the subjects I dislike, I'm a mediocre student. My parents do not criticize me for that. The most important thing is that I grow up to be a good person. I have friends, Emily, Olivia, and Ashley. We chat and hang out a lot. Together, we go dancing and walking at night. We have fun and enjoy life to the full. Once we were discussing guys and relationships. We agreed that boys were too shy. They were afraid to approach girls. Many were different. We thought that one of the potential reasons could be girls' confidence. My friends believed that the first step in a relationship should be made by men. Typically, girls wouldn't approach boys and ask them out for a date. It was nonsense to me, and I shared my point of view with the girls. They started laughing. Ashley said she didn't know a single girl who could invite a guy for a date. Olivia asked me, "Why don't you do that?" As an impulsive person, I decided to bet money I would seduce a boy and make him fall for me. They agreed as long as they could choose a guy themselves. After school, we began to look for a suitable candidate. There were so many options around, but it was so hard for my friends to make a decision. Finally, they did it. The guy was a bit older than me. We all found him attractive and confident. He was sitting on a bench in the park texting someone. I sat down next to him. My friends were giggling. The guy didn't notice me right away. After a while, he looked at me and I had to start a conversation. I introduced myself and asked him what his name was. The guy seemed embarrassed. He probably didn't expect that. My heart sank into my boots. What if he rejects me? A second later, the guy smiled and said his name. His name was Michael. "That's a great name," I said. Little by little, we both became more talkative and decided to have a walk along the alley. We passed by my friends while holding hands. I am sure they saw it despite pretending they weren't looking. I was happy to have won the bet. We walked some more and exchanged numbers. I told Michael I had to take care of some things I'd forgot and left. Of course, there was nothing to take care of. I came home and texted the girls boasting of my success. Just in case, I'd taken a selfie with Michael before I left. But the girl said that I had to actually make him fall in love with me, which meant at least one more date. In the evening, Michael texted me asking how I was doing. I had to invite him for a date, and it wouldn't take very long. Suddenly, I caught myself in the middle of a very engaging conversation. We couldn't stop texting each other until late night. I realized I was falling in love with him. And what if it's mutual? His every joke was so funny, and I really wanted to show him the best of me. I think he felt the same. I had to check that, and I invited him for a date. He agreed. We went out to a cafe. He brought me a rose, and I felt so embarrassed. He seemed to like my blushing. I tried to catch his every look and word. It was so great to be listening and talking to him. I think I was right. We fell for each other. What are those odds? I already imagined our future together. We would make a great couple. But it came to me that our dating was part of betting. What if he gets to know about it? He would probably break up with me. Or would at least get mad. So I decided to keep my secret for now. Let things happen their own way. The most important thing is that our love is real and mutual. The next day, my friends gave me the money. They noticed I was kind of weird. I was too happy. They knew there was something. I got emotional and confessed my feelings. In a while, I gathered my wits. They loved gossip, and they knew Michael. What if they tell him? I guess it was time to tell Michael the truth. I finally made my mind and texted him. In a couple of hours, he texted me back saying it was fine. He saw my feelings for him. Otherwise, he would have broken up with me. It turned out he was awaiting the confession. His friends had already informed him he was involved in betting, and he was happy that I told him the truth. We agreed that we would never deceive each other in the future, as any relationship is based on trust. We've been dating for a year now, and it works out just perfectly. Make sure to share your story in the comments, like our videos, and subscribe to the channel.